Oh, perfect. Alright. Marth followed Cheney and continued heading directly north. There he faced walls of towering mountains, as well as sheer cliffs and deep valleys. Then, after passing countless mountains, suddenly, scorching heat surrounds everyone. Magma, flowing like rivers, and sounds of roaring block their passage. This is truly a fearful sight. It must be hard dodging Fortune's Weave news when Twitter spoils every unit. That's why... that's not the only reason why you shouldn't be on Twitter, but I've actually never had a Twitter, or I think I had a Twitter in, 2016 that I never used, but I've never used a Twitter, and, it being the Nazi website hasn't exactly encouraged me to get more on it. But I think even before Elon Musk bought it and, opened the floodgates of hate, Twitter is just, kind of the worst of human civilization, all condensed into one place. It's also why I'm not interested in Blue Sky, which is like Twitter but no Elon Musk, because it's still Twitter, and Twitter is fundamentally, bad. Wait, where is... There's Merrick. I didn't recognize him because of his funny sprite. I regret watching the direct. Yeah, one of my friends DM'd me and said that there's some major spoilers in the direct. They spoiled late game plot stuff, which I'm not sure how she knows it's late game plot stuff, but I trust her. I'm glad I didn't. I think it was a smart choice. Navarre has a dragon killer. Minerva needs a dragon killer. Venutu Kane needs a dragon killer. View map. Alright, let's pull up WD. Mystery of the Emblem, Chapter 12. To think there could be a place like this. I feel my whole body burning up just standing here. Flame Barrel, the graveyard of fire dragons. This is where fire dragons that have degenerated wait to die. Degenerated? What does that mean? The dragon tribe is currently facing extinction. If dragons do not seal their true form within Dragonstones, they will lose their mind and become wild. So that's why they became Mamcoots. Shani? Can you tell me everything you know about the Dragon Tribe? Okay. Many tens of thousands of years ago, the Dragon Tribe lived on this world and built their own civilization. They were much wiser and stronger than humans. But from nowhere, the Day of Ruin came. First, they could not give birth anymore. And then they lost their minds, becoming wild beasts that destroyed everything in their path. The elders said the Dragon Tribe was reaching the last of its days. We had no choice except to abandon our identities as dragons and live on as humans. The Dragon Tribe panicked. Those who trusted the elders sealed their dragon form inside stones and assumed human form. But there were some who did not abandon their pride as dragons and did not become human. In the end, they lost their mind and became wild, just like these fire dragons. Yes, there are more like them. They're all a pack of wild beasts who can no longer return to sanity. These ones have become the pets of the Fire Tribe, who rule these mountains. Well, Marth, let's talk about the rest later. Let's go. The Fire Tribe are nasty stuff. If we don't hurry up, we'll become dinner for their fire dragons. So I realized I made a mistake. Yumin is here, but it should be Malicia because I want the Thief Staff. Dragon Madness is my favorite Fire Emblem trope. Really? I think it's stupid, personally. This stream is brought to you by Whatnot. Use promo code IceRider for blah blah blah. What's Whatnot? Is that one of those scam YouTube sponsorships? Did I accidentally put a sponsor word in my stream title? Dragon Madness was cool in Valentia. That was like God Madness, right? Technically, kind of. I don't like how Dragon Madness isn't explained why it happens. Hashtag just dragon things. Dragon D's nuts. That's the explanation. Dragon D's nuts. It's an auction site. I have no proof it's a scam, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Is it a YouTube sponsor? Because if it's a YouTube sponsor, that's proof it's a scam. All YouTube sponsors are scams. Except for patreon.com/DannyDoyle. Okay, Dragon Kill You. Whatnot is an auction site. It's not a scam, but it's gambling. I mean, isn't gambling kind of inherently a scam? If you think about it, but not, you don't think about it too much, just think about it a little. Navarre's so fucking good. Scam makes you happy until you look at your bank account and suddenly you have 3 boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Ooh, maybe that can be a stream poll. Yu-Gi-Oh v Magic the Gathering. That could be a good one. Are Fortune's Weave sequel or prequel believer? I'm a Fortune's Weave not following the news believer, Snowvan. So I'm gonna try to steer clear of the Fortune's Weave topic altogether, because I don't want to invite conversation that will lead to, people spoiling Fortune's Weave, basically. Someone stop these nuts, they're making the dragons mad. I was sad to learn that food delivery services are a scam. Dragon madness is like draconic social isolation. Yo! The male loneliness epidemic! Just like Peter Parker. The male loneliness epidemic? Dragon madness feels like the reason why we are fighting hordes of dragons without technically fighting Daruyagan and its Mannequin squad. Was FE3 the game, or I guess Gaiden would be the game that introduced Dragon Madness, because there wasn't Dragon Madness in FE1, I'm, like, pretty sure. Draconic loneliness epidemic. Holy shit. Venutu is actually in danger. What the fuck? That guy had 30 attack! Does he have a silver axe or some shit? This is why Kaga wouldn't give you any axe fighters. He was afraid of how good the fucking silver axe is, apparently. Oh, it's the devil axe. Jesus Christ. Okay. I think the concept was best explored in Valentia by proxy. Okay, so you have 20 attack, you have 14 defense, so 6, so you'll live. Okay. Now we got these fuckers. Uh, 16 attack, which means no one can take 2 shots from them. God damn, okay. So we have to, like... I gotta dance you. They just throw Devil Axe Berserkers at you there, they can't be nailed by the Devil Reversal. Wait, are enemies immune to Devil Reversal? We might have to reset this map. This might be a full reset moment. They have no luck stat to affect the calculation, so they're immune. Damn, that's some Kaga bullshit. That's that Kaga shit. Oh, Marth can live 2 attacks, but, like, doesn't help us. I think I made a mistake proccing the reinforcements too early. If memory served, those weapons caused an actual natural disaster. I think I procced these reinforcements too early. Because we gotta run away from them, basically, is what we gotta do. Yeah, I think I have to reset. I procced those reinforcements too early. They're zone-based, and I stepped in the zone turn 1. Infinite reinforcements? No, but it might as well be infinite. 8 turns of multiple Devil Axe Barbarians is too much. Like, that guy had 30 attack, and he can't get backfired. So it might as well be infinite. Overall, nothing against the trope. If anything, I wish they did more of it. Dragon Madness? I think it's... I don't like it. I don't like the idea of, like, you're fighting against these people who, like... basically can't control themselves. It feels a bit too, like... I don't know, removing the responsibility from Marth and Friends. Oh, but now he's dead. Now he's dead. Maybe we'll dodge the axe guy? I really don't want to be, like, super degenerate and just take this absurdly slowly, but we might have to be super degenerate and take this absurdly slowly. Was it confirmed that Anankos and Sombron had Dragon Madness? Good question. I don't know. Sombron, no. Sombron doesn't have Dragon Madness. I know that much. Anankos, I'll be honest, it's been forever since I've read the plot of Revelation. So, I don't know. Alright, Nabarro, I need you to dodge. I know there's no weapon triangle, but you have weapon triangle advantage. Just dodge, bro. Just dodge. It's a 45. Yes! Look at him! So we go down. Go down. You get a heal. Something about the Awakening Trio DLC talks about Anankos' past. You know, I haven't actually played any of the story DLC in Fates. I've played Anna on the Run, and that's it. Anankos went mad, but it was because of time travel BS. It's always the time travel BS. Be careful of time travel. The BS will get you, smiley face. Okay, good. This guy's on the bridge. Oh god, the Devil Axe guy. You have 30 attack. Can we fucking kill you? Fire breath, 22. No, we can't. Mother, father, mother, father, mother, father. .49 effective damage with the silver bow. We gotta use Parthia, unfortunately. But that's what it's for, right? That's what it's for. Parthia is for when we need the one-shots. George the Board. And we dance. I'd enjoy a Fates DLC stream. I mean, if anything, I would do it I would do it, if anything, I would do it for Ice Rider rather than for stream. Okay, now you... we can silver power. I concurrently think madness should come naturally from the character instead of being the force of nature it currently is. The potential for tragedy and meaningful exploration for how it affects others' loved ones is there, but it requires to put in the work and give them a voice. I mean, arguably, that's what's happening. That's what's happened with Sombron, but I would also argue that, like, on the whole, Engage's writing is kind of not phenomenal. I don't think that's a controversial argument. 16 attack. Okay, so Navarro with the Dragon Killer. But Engage did have, like, Sombron is... he's fully lost it, and it's sort of because of his fixation on the Zero Emblem, right? He refuses to see other potential relationships he could have. So, like, there's something there, just unfortunately, like, for me, it just didn't come together. I didn't even know about the Zero Emblem. I mean, the Zero Emblem is memed on pretty consistently. I'm surprised, even if you haven't played Engage, though that's not a, because it kind of just, it comes out of nowhere at the very end of the game. Which is why it's memed on. Like, it only comes up during his sort of death quote. I've seen some people say that it's, like, meant to be a deathbed redemption. I personally disagree. I don't think it's meant to redeem him. I think, you know, someone's motivation can be explained without it being a redemption. It's difficult to engage in a meaningful capacity because that aspect of his character is pretty nominal. Yeah, I think a better way to approach it would be to actually have, like, that aspect of his character throughout the story, not just the reveal at the end. AS of 0. Okay. 30 attack, so we need someone who can live 30 attack. You can live 30 attack right now. AS of 7, attack of 23. AS of 0, defense of 10. 30. So that's 20 times 2. That kills. We just need to not have you in Fire Dragon. Okay. George the Borge! Parthia this guy. Okay, Marth. Go ahead and Iron Sword this guy. Oh, fuck. That was lucky dodge. Pain. Here, Pain, get this kill. I'm spending my night deleting a Japanese Square Enix account I make in 2021 so I can use the email to register a new American Square Enix account and play FF14 on Switch 2. Is FF14 the MMO? Is that the MMO that, like, every trans girl likes? Not that I'm assuming anything about you. Just, you know, that is the demographic that... In fairness, that is the demographic I interact with the most, so I guess any game that a lot of people like, I would assume every trans girl likes. But it sure do feel like FF14 is the trans girl game. Probably because it has cat ears. You are almost certainly going to attack George. George lives. Barely, but he lives. It wasn't even the first FF to be an MMO. Yeah, FF11 is an MMO. I already know what the title of my FF11 video is going to be. The other Final Fantasy MMO. M2F? More like WoW to FF14? Wait, it's right there! WoW has the upside down M, otherwise known as a W, but, you know. Anyway, you know, I also know what the title of the FF14 video is gonna be. I don't know how much of it can fit in a YouTube title, but whatever the YouTube title character limit is, I'm gonna put as much of the copy pasta in the title as can fit for, have you tried Final Fantasy XIV, the demo one, you know? The demo copy pasta? You know what I mean. You people know, gamers. So, you know, look forward to that 7,000 years from now. Alright. Now comes the hard part. Wow, do you mean World of Wario? Yo, Wario World is such a fucking based-ass game. Like, genuinely. Wario World, if you like platformers, and you haven't played Wario World, play Wario World. What do you mean by you people? I mean gamers. That's why I said gamers. I mean y'all in chat. Did you know the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial, and that includes the entirety of The Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to... Okay, so that'll be the video title. Yeah. Okay, we got everyone all boxed up. We're ready to make a mad dash. All of the Wario games are amazing. Yeah, I suppose so. Can confirm Wario World is in general. I don't think I even remember how many times I've beaten it 100%. It's just a when in doubt game. When I was a youth, when I was a rambunctious youth, I had Wario World, and I had the thing that connects your GameCube to your Game Boy Advance. Ah, fuck. Reblow you. $18, $20. Okay, we need another reblow. So, Wario World was one of the games that you could hook up to your Game Boy Advance, and it would send you some WarioWare micro games. And I would download those onto my Game Boy and play them, and I would stay up past my bedtime playing them on my Game Boy. I never really got into WarioWare, but that's the closest I've been into WarioWare. Hell yeah, GBA link cable. Yeah, the GBA GameCube link cable was pretty fucking baller. Oh, we can mount! We're outdoors now! Here they come! Navarro, you need to start dodging these 55s. Buddy boy, buddy boy. Yeah, so these are the scary get the fuck out reinforcements. Multiple fucking Devil Axe Barbarians together. Like, yikes. Yikes on a bikes. Dragon kill you. Oh, see, Kane dodged. Legacy of Kane. He's a dodge tank. And he's ready to promote to Paladin. Alright, girls, mount up. Merrick, Heal with Relive. Just get Nabarl up to full. And we have to go this way because of the treasure chest. But otherwise, we're just running as far forward as we can. Because we're being chased. And we're being chased by some very scary dudes. And dance! And Pala, dismount, and then attack this guy with the Dragon Killer. Ryan's Bolt. Oh, we don't have a Night Crest in here. I thought we had a Night Crest. Maybe it's in someone's inventory. Go up here. Turn. Okay, so now Legacy of Kain. yeah, okay. So Kane goes over here with the Dragon Killer. Dismount, attack, Dragon Killer. Nice! Okay. We don't have to. I was gonna use a dance maneuver to get Minerva over there, but we don't have to do that. So now Minerva can go over here. Dismount, Dragon Killer you. You mount. You heal. And this is just kind of rinse repeat, but that's basically what this chapter has to be. Like, the qualifications for being a good unit on this chapter is more than 20 HP and Wormslayer. Or in the case of George, Parthia. And I probably should have brought Julian instead of Linda, because Linda's done nothing this chapter. But, oh well. There's more reinforcements. Dun 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 dun. You heal up Pain. Kane killed this guy. Hala, go over here, dismount, and Dragon Killer. How many almost coin tosses has Navarre lost? Quite a few. He's quite the loser. That's okay, we still love him. Thief you. And that should be all of the Star Stones. Behold, her dark magic. It's easier to summon a fairy to open a chest than just hit it, I guess. Yeah. I guess so. Fire Dragon arrived. Yeah, these Devil X guys don't fuck around. That's why I don't fuck around with them. Dragon Killer, you! Minerva, no! Shit! Thank you, Marth. You got my back. Oh boy, an Orion's Bolt. Wonder if a familiar mechanic could work in Fire Emblem, or how they would go about it. I guess the emblems are basically that. What familiar mechanic? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Oh, like D&D familiars. Yeah, I don't really think that could work. I mean, summons are basically that, right? Summons, you summon a summon, it's like summoning a familiar. So, like, actually, now that I think of it, it could, but it might not be very good. Or it might be too good, depending on the game context. Of course. Whew! We finally passed the Fire Dragon's Valley. Are you okay, Marth? Yeah, I'm fine. Cheney, you said that there were other wild dragons elsewhere? Is that true? The majority of the dragon tribe didn't listen to the elders' advice, and were lost. Those that survived didn't really stay at a single place. Aside from the Fire Dragon's Valley, there's also the Dragons of Dale, the Ice Dragon's Temple, and the Dragon's Altar. Dragon's Altar? Behind the mountains of Macedonia is a graveyard of demon dragons. That's also where the Earth Dragons sleep. Earth Dragons? There are other Earth Dragons besides Mediath? Of course! Amongst the dragon tribe, they are in the closest in strength to the divine dragons, and possess tremendous power. They didn't agree with the elders, and left to form their own group. They currently reside in Darua region, but their fate didn't change. Eventually, the Earth Dragons all lost their minds, and together with the Demon Dragons and the Flying Dragons, who had also degenerated, started to attack humans. Of course, humans could not hope to stand up to them. Humans almost became extinct, and in the end, were forced into a single corner of the continent. And then, at that time, Narga, the king of the divine dragons, and the strongest of all dragons, commanded his tribe to begin the battle to protect the humans. It was a difficult battle, but it was the end. Narga was victorious. He sealed the Earth Dragons underneath Darua, and sent them to the deep sleep. To prevent the seal's strength from weakening, he created the Shield of the Five Orbs, and left it at Ramon Temple. But that is already ancient history. In fact, it occurred over 1,000 years ago. Really? I finally understand. The guardian god Narga of legends was actually the king of the divine dragons, Narga, who helped make mankind those events that became legends that have been passed on even now. But if that was the case, then why was the divine sword Falchion left behind for humans? That is a dragon buster, a sword designed to defeat dragons. Narga felt pity for the humans that could not protect themselves, so he crafted it from his own fang. The sword was sealed within Ramon Temple, along with the shield, and a powerful spell was cast in the temple so that only divine dragons could enter it. After that, Narga left behind a will to find his own people, which was to protect mankind. Finally, he placed the newly born Cheeky in a deep sleep, thus ending the remaining 5,000 years of his life. So you can see why Gato is still faithfully following his orders. Huh, Cheney? Could it be? Gato is the divine dragon. What, you thought there was just me? Wait, Cheney, I still don't understand. What exactly did you mean? Whew, my throat is really dry. I can't stand the heat anymore, Marth. Let's hurry along. This is truly an unimaginably treacherous journey. 5,000 meters. No, higher than that. Looking down, a sea of clouds can be seen. They have reached the summit of the cold mountain peak. Breathing is difficult, dizziness is felt. Their vitality is fast approaching its limits. Sadly, no Beck. Might as well be Act 2 of Book 2, Dragon Killing and Loss of Exposition. Yup. Dragon Killing and Exposition.exe. Are there treasure chests? There are treasure chests. Oh, right, and the fucking ice dragons, too. Silver Axe Barbarians. Can Julian wield a Wormslayer? Probably not. Yeah, he cannot. Oh, Navarre can't use the Master Sword. Weapon level 12. Does anyone have weapon level 12? Yeah, Paula does. Okay. I thought the were TCG cards without the T, you could paste together mega cards. Oh, the heroes from Fire Emblem Heroes? I mean, it's a gacha game, right? So they're gacha mechanics. Oh, the ice dragons look so fucking silly. Cheney, we've already climbed this high. It's so cold, even breathing is hard. We're almost there. Look, can you see that over there? That's the Ice Dragon's temple where Gato is. But that was quite a shock. Shiki is actually the daughter of the Divine Dragon King. Also, both Gato and you are Divine Dragons. When the Divine Dragons fought the Earth Dragons, they overexhausted their Dragon Stones. They became practically extinct. Aside from Narga, only Gato, me, and just Thor and Shiki survived. However, after the war, we discarded our Dragon Stones, so we can no longer become dragons again. Even so, I still have knowledge and power that exceeds that of humans. Gato followed Narga's orders to protect humans. But that's got nothing to do with it. I don't like humans. They scorned Mamkuts, even though they had lost their power and treated them like filth. I can fully understand why Medivh and the others hated humans so much. The Earth Dragon King Medivh tricked his own tribe and became a Mamakut by himself. He used to follow Narga's orders and guarded the dragon's altar. However, the once docile humans finally achieved power and became aggressive. They even started to attack Mamkuts that lived in peace. The Mamkuts were angered by the betrayal of humans and gathered at Darula region. They formed their own kingdom of Mamkuts and began a war to conquer the humans. To save the humans, Gato handed in the falchion to Henri and created an Academy of Magic at Kadim. But whoever won wasn't any of my concern. Then why are you helping me? I am also a human. You're different from the others. You don't seem like an unreliable person either. Thank you, Cheney. Don't be silly. I'll get embarrassed. Anyway, let's head to the temple. But be careful of those ice dragons. Although they're wild dragons, they will instinctively try to protect their temple. Poor guys. Marth, you're hashtag one of the good ones. Firestone! Dragon Killer you! The T in TCG means transgender. It's a transgender card game. Go away! Relive you. No wonder TCGs are so much fun. So they lost any reason or for them to forever guard an ice tomb. Poor guys. Okay, so then I went stabbing. Stabby, stabby! I just realized something. Oh no, you have the member card. Because there's a secret shop here, I'm pretty sure, right? There's a secret shop. It sells Shaver, Reblow. Reblow's the big one. Shaver, Reblow, Barrier, Bolganone, and Killer Bow, lol. Oh shit, the dragons move? Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. That's not good. They fly now. No, that's the other ones. Two secret shops back to back, and unlike FE12 Lunatic Reverse, we can actually use the next one. The question is, will we? And what are the best dragon... better question is, what are the best dragon zones for us to buy, right? If Divine Dragons went extinct with only 3 surviving, where did Naui come from? She was sleeping. Probably. She was out buying clothes. Even though these guys are Silver Axe instead of Devil Axe, they are still very scary. Oh! Oh shit, there's gonna be Ice Dragon reinforcements too. Ah, fuck. Also, the secret shop is right here for some reason. Here they come! It's the red patch without the treasure chest, yeah. Is it also in that spot in FE12? I thought in FE12 it was on, like, the top left. Did they move it in FE12, or am I crazy? Venutu! You think a ranger with 9 con and 14 attack and 13 speed is better than a hero with 15 attack, 12 speed, 11 con is better? What? Ranger, sword, bow, with 9 con, 14 attack, 13 speed. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, y'all. I don't fucking know. Obviously, it also very much depends on the context of the game, too. Like, sword bow is a great weapon combo to have in, like, Binding Blade, but a terrible weapon to have in, like, Sacred Stones. So, you can't really say just off of that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Your Honor, I plead the I don't know. I'm playing Phantom King and bows are brave by default. That seems like a crazy buff to bows. People seem to think that bows need, like, everything in the world to be good, when all you really need to make bows good is make flyers dangerous. Like, that's why bows are good in, like, FE6, FE3. Those dangerous flyers. Make flyers dangerous, and bows suddenly become good. Like, problem solved. We solved it. Are we even talking about FE3? Is it GBA FE rules? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, I'm guessing you ran into an Aaron and Samson situation in a game that I've never played, never even heard of, to be honest. And you wanted my advice for who to pick? My advice is follow your heart. Follow your fart, more like. Lamau, got him! The Aaron is always better than the Samson. Ranger's a cool class, everyone uses hero. If that's what your heart tells you, then it must be true. Your heart would never lie to you. Unless you... Does your family have a history of heart disease? Because if your family has a history of heart disease, you should not follow your heart. In fact, you should be careful and be taking care of your heart and let you take the lead. I would recommend Fire Emblem Phantom King. It's a really cool idea. What is the cool idea behind it? Sell me on it. Sell me on this game I've never heard of. Make me a believer. A Justin believer. It's a Bose SRPG. Elevator pitch time. Yeah, elevator pitch me. Elevator pitch me. This Phantom King. We got nothing better to do. You know, I'll listen to recommendations. We got nothing better to do right now. Although I warn you, I'm not gonna start a new Fire Emblem until Fortune's Woke comes out, because we still need to finish Curse of Lagdown? And then, like, when Fortune's Woke comes out, is gonna be focused on Fortune's Woke time. You switch sides, armies, opposite sides of the conflict. Ooh, Radiant Dawn-esque. I already like that. Okay, Marmar. Go ahead and Dragon Killer. Bows are always blade, and there's a thief named Kieran that holds the Worm Slayer because she can't hold anything else. Hold anything else? Interesting. Do you mean just like it's a personal weapon and it's the only thing that she's allowed to use, or what are we talking here? It's got big politics. Fire Emblem, but political. They made my Fire Emblem political. The Wokes. I can't believe they made my Fire Emblem political. They probably added he, him pronouns and transgenders. This is an outrage. She's got 5 constitution and swords are heavy, but she's technically more tanky than an armor knight because of her speed growth. Oh no, or is it dodge tanks? Is it dodge tank o'clock? They put frickin' chemicals in the water that turn the dragons bisexual. No! Marth! Holy shit! That's a 91, you fucking loser! Fucking loser idiot! Alright, well, we use our first Kaga's turn wheel. We got 4 charges left. Fucking loser idiot misses a 91! A dingus beningus. You get an armor knight with 11 speed and big constitution. Is this a new hack? I've never heard of it. Is this something brand new that's why I haven't heard of it? Alright, perfect. All the dragons are dead. We're big fucking heroes now. Phantom King is old. Maybe that's why I haven't heard of it. Hashtag old. It's from the Crowns and Thrones guy. Oh, I played that. I played Crowns and Thrones. It was pretty cool. Very creative in its approach to Fire Emblem. I would recommend that. You know, I know I'm taking recommendations, but I would also give that recommendation because it's very different from any Fire Emblem really else. It feels almost closer to, like, Advance Wars in that, like, you have preset people every... Like, in Advance Wars, preset. You know the presets in Advance Wars where instead of making production, you start with a certain army? It's like that. Honestly. We got so many fucking guys. We get so many fucking guys that need healing. After taking care of the dragons, the Dorgans. The coolest thing about the game is one of the few games that I can actually find a reason to not save state because the boss is strong AF and it's hard to work around. Uh-oh. More dragons! Although Benutu is good against ice dragons if he can attack them on player phase, because they have effective damage against him, but he has effective damage against them. Occasionally there's a 38 attack bolting dude, but everything else is cool, and bolting only has 3 might. How do y'all feel about enemy siege tomes? I'm actually curious what the common consensus is. I feel like they're good if they don't just encourage you to turtle up and drain them, right? Like, that's the thing that they should be avoiding. Is you don't want them to just encourage you to turtle up and drain. And as long as that's the case, I think they're good. But if it's like the only viable solution or the best solution is just to turtle up and drain, then it's kind of like, what are we even doing here, you know? If an enemy siege tome is doing like 60%? Yo, 60% is so much to have to heal up every turn? The bolting dude has cap strength for no reason. Yo, Radiant Dawn bolting archetype. The Radiant Dawn bolting guys have capped strength so that they can double you and fucking one-run everyone. It's cringe. Hiding in trees or relying on a tanky or dodgy unit to burn up all the siege sheet magic uses. See, but like at that point, it's just a tax on your time though. I think at that point, it hasn't actually added anything to the map. That's what I don't like. I don't like when the best strategy is just to drain them. I think that's, like, actively detrimental. Just from a design perspective. I think you should be encouraged to bum rush the siege guy. Yeah, I agree. I think if you're gonna include siege guys, it should be to encourage aggression, not defensive. I by no means claim to know if there's a consensus, but it's funny considering the most SRPGs, most spells fall into the siege tomes category in FE. The only real SRPG that I've played outside of, like, the Kaga Sagas is Triangle Strategy, and yes, that's true, but so do bows, honestly. Bows also fall into that. Oh, and Final Fantasy Tactics, but the same goes with it, with like bows also fall into the Siege Tome category. I think the thing is that in Fire Emblem, the player less frequently has access to siege weapons, partially because they can just fucking trivialize maps. So siege weapons in the enemy's hands, you can't just counter with your own siege weapon. Whereas like in other SRPGs where magic is long range, you just counter long range magic with long range magic, right? Bada bing, bada boom, bada done, bada done. If siege weapons encourage you to rush a choke point to get out of the range, that's good. Yeah, I think I would generally agree with that. They should be pressure appliers, but it's hard to make them that way as stats work pretty swingingly. You need to get really good adjustments to not make it either irrelevant or oppressive. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. All good points y'all are bringing up. Wait, I just realized we didn't get the silver card. We spared all the clerics. Why didn't we get the silver card last stream? Oh, fuck! You get the silver card from a thief reinforcement who only shows up if you spare the clerics. Well, I guess our economy's gonna suck ass. It's not that bad, but missing silver card is gonna be really fucking bad. We definitely can't afford a magic shield. 9,600? We need to be able to buy, remember, we need to be able to buy, Marth stat boosters at the end of the game. No silver card. Extra fucking cringe. We had a night. We had like stuff to sell. Oh, is there no stat booster shop here? Oh wait, no, I was on the wrong map. I'm just looking for the stat booster secret shop. Yeah, so it's 10,000. FE3 power ramp. Oh, Sheena has one. Okay. Okay. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll actually be fine. Alright, Dragon, come here. It's a weird way to go about having the requirement. Yeah, I just got it mixed up with how FE12 does it. Like some sort of stupid idiot. Strange to think that Fortune's Weave will come, that soon Fortune's Weave will come after autumn. Meanwhile, I'm dying of heat where I am. Where are you? Are you in India? India's having like a terrible, everyone dies heat wave. The Ice Dragons have very goofy overworld sprites, indubitably. Indubitably. Did I mention Phantom King has shields that buff defense and magic by being in your inventory? And genealogy PRFs, you can dual wield shields. I like shields. I've played a couple of hacks that have shields. I like shields. I'm in South America. FW stands for fall, winter. Oh shit, Benutu! Sorry, Von Drew. I thought you meant Fortune's Weave. It's bad over here on the West Coast. Yesterday we had wildfire smoke come in and stick around for most of the day. A couple of weeks ago, I stepped outside the house and the air quality was so bad that it looked like the world was under like an Instagram filter. West Texas cannot get wildfires because we have no trees. Where there's a will, there's a way. Goodbye, Orion's Bolt. Where's Marth? So he's gonna need stuff. Do you think FE3 Pala could be a contender for best unit in the franchise like Seth and Sigurd? I think FE12 Pala is, but clearly the people aren't ready for that, considering how the polls went in who's better, Chris versus Sigurd. Oh my god, Benutu, fucking stop! Okay, Kaga's turn wheel number 2. I've only played FE3, so I wouldn't know. Though by proxy, wouldn't Chris also be a contender? I mean, he should be. Again, I think people just haven't played FE12, which they should, because it's based in awesome and epic. Alright, I don't actually know how arrow dancing works in this, so I don't know if we've effectively done things. Chris is borderline required in higher difficulties? Yeah. Like, obviously nothing is mandatory outside of the first couple of prologue maps where he's like, the Lord. but nothing, like, you know, you never want to say, oh, literally required, because then someone will be like, actually, I did a challenge run where I rigged a 0.0001% thing, and then I won because of it. But you know, he feels damn near mandatory. Sorry for speed up, I'm just trying to get this map over with. Okay, and now we've got you two fuckheads. She's very cute, which just hurts more. Who, Chris? I know that there's people on Twitter who are really into Chris. It's not really, you know, anything that I'm just sort of like shrug, you know? Shrug emoji. But you do you. It's more so the design as a character, Understandable. Chris as a character is pretty boring. Don't tell 5 points I said that. I will get murked. You have 16, right? Yeah. God, George is so fucking good. Like, George in a game where I thought we were done with reinforcements! Thought we were done with the fucking reinforcements! Kind of surprising considering Chris is from FE12. Surely they could have done more with the Arcanaic characters considering their previous experience with Tellius. FE3 is a Binding Blade archetype. Never ask a man his salary, never ask a woman her age, never ask FE3 Chapter 14, how many reinforcements are there? Get the boots. Immediately eat the boots. Dragon Killer you. Does this version refer to Tiki as cheeky? Yes. Dragon Killer you. The hero proof. Hey, Cheney! Gato didn't really mention anything about the 5 orbs, but I thought they were very important. Do you know anything about them? Gato was afraid of shocking you, so he didn't say anything. I will tell you, however, after I have told you, you'll probably think it was better not knowing. The orbs rest on the shield that seals the Earth Dragons. Basically, they are part of the Shield of Seals. Since ancient times, the Divine Dragons have passed down these sacred jewels, each possessing different powers. To put it simply, the shield just a pedestal, and with the 5 orbs are what creates the power of the seal. So if any one of the orbs is lost, the seal will weaken. Is that so? But how comes the orbs were scattered? Because the shield was broken. The Shield of Seals was displayed at the Ramon Temple, but it was stolen by somebody who ended up breaking it. When did that happen? Around 600 years ago. To recover the shield, Gato spent many years searching the lands. In the end, he only found the 5 orbs, with the shield nowhere to be seen. Not only that, but the 5 orbs, which he painfully collected, were scattered again after Ramon Temple was attacked in the previous war. Really? So that's why Gato was looking for the lost jewels. The orbs? Yep, the star and light and earth, as well as dark and life orbs. The light orb is in Gato's possession. The star orb was shattered, and the dark orb was given to Hardin by Garnet. The earth orb is in Aritia, and all that remains is the life orb. Anyway, let's enter the temple. From now on, I will also help you fight. Well, let's go! Imagine damning the earth out of fear of shocking someone. Shocking. Shocking. The surprising truth about Cheney was a shock to Marth. It was shocking! It was shocking, y'all! Cheeky was created as the daughter of Divine Dragon Narga. Slept in the temple because of the king's will. The king's fear of Cheeky's power was that of loving fathers. If Cheeky was to awaken, her tremendous power would eventually cause destruction of the world. That is what the Divine King feared. However, Benutu, the king's servant, became attached to Cheeky after watching over her for a period of hundreds of years. He awoke her from her sleep and took her away. So Cheeky only had 10 human years worth of memory. That's so sad, Cheeky. Marth was too bewildered to think. Kaga fucking specifying that she only has 10 years of memory. Oh, fucking boy. That's certainly, you know... Oh boy. Maybe it's a translation issue. I doubt it with everything that Kaga, you know, is. On the one hand, the world gets overrun by dragons, but on the other hand, won't someone think of Marth's feelings? Won't someone think of the poor, poor femboy prince? Anyway, it's bedtime.